So chipping off normal lies can become quite easy, and we can create a nice, easy technique in order to do so. But when the scenario changes and we get on a bad lie, this is where we need to adopt our technique, adopt our setup in order to be able to become just as good off a bad lie as off a good lie. So how can we play this differently? Welcome to Alex Elliott Golf, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and give all this content a thumbs up. This tip was answered from Instagram. If you've got any things that you're struggling with your game, comment down below. So let's get into the setup and actually how we can actually improve our chances of creating a good solid contact around these chips. And the important note is here, we're trying to talk about a setup that will increase our chance of hitting a good chip. Whereas on a bad lie, it is going to be harder to create a nice solid strike. So we need to keep that bearing in mind. So firstly, we're going to place our toe, we're going to address this ball out the toe. And then we're going to put the toe up into the ground. As you can see here, the shaft angle is really quite vertical. From there, I want you to shuffle in. So we're going to be stood quite close to the golf ball here. We're going to keep this nice vertical shaft position. I want you then to take your normal grip, but then down towards the steel. I'm really choking down on this club here. From here, I want the ball position and the width of stance we're going to talk about. So ball position is going to be favouring this back of the stance, so closer towards our right foot than it is our left. And then the weight favouring our lead side. So my weight is now onto my left side, my ball position towards the back of my stance. Grip the club. So we can see here now, we're still quite close to this golf ball, and this toe is now interacting with the golf ball. And the reasons for this is, and we'll show you here, that as we come into impact, hopefully this toe will work into the ground and allow this golf ball to pop up, so we can still achieve a little bit of loft, but almost guarantee the strike. The way I describe it, it's almost like we're flicking it out with the toe. And this gives us a better chance of actually, when the ball's sat down like this, creating a nice solid strike off the toe, that is. We're not going to create a nice solid strike out the centre of the club the way we're addressing it. So again, set up. We're going to put the toe into the ground. We're going to shuffle in close. Width of stance just wide of a club width apart. Ball position towards the back of the stance. Take the grip. Shuffle the weight onto the left hand side. And I would just generally feel like I shuffle my alignment a little bit left of target and weight into the left. So the feeling I want you to have now is, we've got this set up. Should we try this one now? We'll try this one. Sit down. So really nice shot. Just got the ball lifted up and got it working out there nicely. Now, I do adopt my feeling in the swing slightly differently than I would on a normal chip. On a normal chip, I feel quite fluid and relaxed. More on these chips here, I feel like I create more of a wooden motion would be the feeling I would describe. So the way I'd actually hit this shot, I'd feel like this triangle I create between my upper and my lower stays more connected back and through. And as you get closer to this golf ball, that will actually become easier anyway. I think you'll actually be forced into doing that. Whereas if you take your normal setup, it's a lot easier to be relaxed. As we get closer to the golf ball, we feel a bit closer. It's a lot easier to feel this more wooden motion. And the important note to think here is, wooden motion, the weight stays on the left side. Don't try and do something too different. Just keep the weight on the left and the wooden motion. So let's run this through from the top. Toe in, shuffle in close, width of stance, weight on the left, take the grip, the feeling of wooden and the weight staying on the left. Really nice shot again. Go in. So you can see there, I've still developed that same control off a ball that's just cupped down into the grass. And this is all we're trying to do. I think when we're around the greens, we've got to increase our chance of creating a good toolbox. So my toolbox would be high one, low one, chip and run. Feeling like the toes into the ground. Really simple. And if we can actually do this and create a nice toolbox where we can use different clubs, different shots, different scenarios, it's definitely going to help us improve our game. So that shot there would be a shot that I would use when the ball is sat down in the rough, or we've got on a bare lie, and that would be definitely the ones I would use. Guarantee that strike. And I definitely think a lot of people might, even off a good lie, use this setup throughout the whole game. And like I said, this can be used with a range of different clubs. I much prefer this shot with my 58 and 54, even sometimes 50, but definitely give this a go with all your sets of clubs. You've got the setup, walk closer to it, address it off the toe, feeling of more wooden and weight staying on the left side. You've got the toolbox, apply it, comment down below what tip's going to help your game, but also if this is going to help you get off those poor bad lies around the green. Don't forget to subscribe and give all this content a thumbs up, guys. See you next time on Alex Elliott Golf.